Today we can say with complete confidence that success is as predictable as the sun rising in the east and setting in the west. Today you can be more successful faster than you ever dreamed possible if you will do two basic things. Number one, make a decision to exceed all your previous levels of accomplishment. Make a decision to be successful and to achieve your goals, whatever you construe them to be. And number two, learn how.
Day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. So you eat better every day. You think about yourself better every day. You practice essential skills like sales, marketing, persuasion, personal development every single day and get better.
You put in the kind of time and effort that you put in. That's the real message. The real message is we all started from nowhere. I mean, we all had bullshit jobs. We all felt like losers. But through time and effort, you build a stronger human.
Every single thing that you do, positive or negative, accumulates. That every single great achievement in life is the result of thousands of ordinary achievements, struggles, fallbacks, failures, minor disappointments. Every single big accomplishment is preceded by thousands of tiny little accomplishments. Every overnight success is preceded by years and years and years of working off Broadway.
Because I know every motherfucker ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. So this is how you level up.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch.
The bar for excellence has never been so low. Most of your competition quits after the first sign of difficulty because they've never known what hard feels like. If it's hard for you, it's hard for everyone. And most people avoid hard things, which is why you can beat most people by just trying.
Every single great fortune. By the way, in studying self-made millionaires in America, you know what we found is the average time that it takes to become a millionaire in America is over 20 years of hard work. In other words, we see a person who is wealthy, got a beautiful home, beautiful car, financially independent, but we don't realize that there are years and years and years of hard work, struggle, and sacrifice that preceded it. We see the person, we see the end result, and we say, isn't that person lucky?
I've said this before and I'll say it again, but your work works on you more than you work on it. And so even though you might not be getting paid in the period that you're at, just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're failing. And it means, and the thing is, as long as you're getting better, you're making progress, and the progress is the success, is that you are getting better.
And then you look back and you go, hey man, I'm not washing tables anymore. You know, I'm not washing dishes. I'm not cutting lawns. I'm not digging ditches. Yeah. You know, I'm a different person now.
Every single honest effort that you make toward becoming a better person accumulates like a snowball and has an effect. Every single time you do something that takes you away, that wastes your time, wastes your mind, wastes your thought, and so on, that has an effect too, and that accumulates. Now, the great mistake that many people make is they go a little bit forward and a little bit backward. They do a few things that are good for their mind and a few things that are crummy for their mind, and a few things that are good and a few things that are crummy. And you know where they end up? Exactly where they started.
Because you jump in and out of complacency from I'm happy to be a loser and do loser things to I can't be a loser anymore. And when you jump in and out, you never get momentum. You cannot quit. You cannot give up. You need that momentum to break free. When a rocket is flying out towards the moon to escape the atmosphere, it doesn't pause halfway up the sky, does it? No, it keeps going.
That's the hardest part, right? Is to get out of that rut. When you ain't got shit and there's nothing going on, to have faith then is so difficult. You know, and there's a lot of people out there listening to this. There's so many people that are in that starting point. Like the people that come up to you and say, I don't know what to do. What should I do? How do I do it? Yeah. How do I get going? But you're gonna have to figure it out, one foot in front of the other.
And I made a promise to myself from that day that I was going to work that hard every single day so that when I do retire, I have no regrets. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I lived that way, then over time, you know, I'd have something that was beautiful. But that was my philosophy. It seems like a pretty simple one, but you know, if you live your life to just get better every single day and do that for 20 years, I mean, what do you have?
But it ain't easy. It ain't gonna be given to you on a plate. You're gonna have to work. You're in competition with the entire world. Everyone wants to escape. You cannot be lazy. You are finally in the right place at the right time. You are the only person who can make this work, and you're also the only person who can this up.
People who obsess about work-life balance are typically mediocre at both. Obsessed people apply their obsession to everything and just call it life.
I stand by my statement. Consistency of work. Monday, get better.
Tuesday, get better. Wednesday, get better, right? And you do that over a period of time, not like 1 month or 2 months. I mean, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And then you can get to where you want to go.
The only shortcut to life is to never miss a day. 1, because of compounding interest. And 2, because sometimes you get lucky. And you'll never miss a lucky day if you try every day. If you don't try every day, you might miss your lucky day. And that's what people don't understand. If you never miss a day and you never don't try and you're always on time, was I late today? No, on time, and you try and improve every aspect of your life, and you're a professional, and you try and make sure that you analyze your decisions, you give yourself feedback, you don't make mistakes, you're not lazy. If you try and you make it to the top, you end up elitist, because you look at the people down below and you're like, well, why didn't you try?
See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible that I can have my dream. As we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out. I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.
People only root for others at 2 times. First, when they're at the beginning of the race. Second, when they finish. Neither is when you need it. So, you have to master the middle. The boring, exhausting, soul-crushing middle. That's where the winning happens, on your own. People will only cheer for you as long as you can't beat them at the game they value most. Friendly reminder that every person who doubts you is right until they aren't. It's a bug, not a feature.
That your life will go into almost like a crazy obstacle course. It'll seem to go through a whole series of convolutions. Over and over, and very often you will find a year, 2 years, 5 years, you will find your goal in a totally different place, doing something totally different, something you never expected. In studying self-made millionaires in America, we find that almost half of them made their fortunes doing something totally different from what they started off doing. Is as they moved down the road of life, they found there was an insurmountable obstacle or barrier in that direction. The market collapsed, the technology changed, the interest rates went up, it didn't matter what it was, and they found that they had to change course and change direction, and they had to go over a hurdle. Now imagine that you're running a race and you have to go over a hurdle, and each one of these hurdles, big hurdles and small hurdles, when you look back on it, and look back on anything that you've ever accomplished that's required a tremendous amount of time and effort, and as you look back, you will see that a whole series of different things happened to you that looked like setbacks at the time, but in retrospect you say, wasn't it good that that happened? Because if that hadn't happened, then this wouldn't have happened, and this wouldn't happen, that wouldn't have happened, and so on. And you'll find that your whole life is a series of remarkable coincidences that initially look like difficulties or setbacks, but in retrospect they contain within them valuable lessons that you needed to learn in order to achieve the goals that you've achieved.
So many different things you need to become good at that initially. Just choose a job that doesn't drain too much of your energy. Start spending your 4, 5, 6 hours a night developing your skill set, and every day just try and get 1% better. And by the end of the year, you're going to be so far ahead. And I really, really believe every single one of you watching this video, if you apply my advice, you will be financially free or free from your job by the end of the year. I really believe that's the case.